Going to say that you called it, but did even you, I'm not sure you might have thought, okay, 25% in 4 sessions. That said, walk us through it. Microsoft, all of these stocks here. What do you make of it?
So I think we actually learned quite a lot over the last 2 weeks from the earnings from a lot of different companies. But what I'm asking myself in AI land is who's got a moat and who doesn't. But
Bingo.
Clearly, to me, what's happening is I think the world's largest, most expensive moat is being created by the big three, Amazon, Microsoft, Google, because nobody can compete with the kind of spending they're doing. They don't have the money, they don't have the balance sheets. So investors are starting to catch on. And when Amazon or Google say we're actually going to spend even more money, that's not bad news. That's good news.
For them.
For them and for investors, because what's happening is, if you had Google's cloud business growing at 82% a year and it was capacity constrained and it had good margins, you would beg, borrow, and steal to invest more in that business. And that's what they're doing.
What about Meta, though? I mean, it wants to be in the group.
Right. So in the short term, I think Meta's in a good situation. Compute is king right now. So if you have the compute, and they have some compute, and they're spending money to get it. I don't think long-term they have nearly as viable an AI strategy as the other big three. So I would push my money the other way.
What about Oracle? It also wants to be in the group.
So not as good a balance sheet. And so as in terms of the compute, they're getting it. In terms of the stock price, which, as you know, peaked a year ago and is way down since then, again, I think there are better options there.
What about SpaceX? They also want
We'll
we
see.
Can keep going,
so SpaceX is a wonderful company and a terrible price. So that's what us value guys think. So I would stay away, and I have a strong suspicion. Look, the funny thing about SpaceX is 10 times more stock is about to come out over the next 6 months as came out at the IPO. So I think we'll get a better chance there.
I love this discussion because it gets right to the heart of what the market is trying to sort out right now.
Right.
So what do you kind of call, for you, it's 3 kind of main players right now,
Right.
Amazon, Microsoft, and Google. So does the Mag 7 term, is that completely
Yeah, I really do think that is passe.
Hyperscalers, do you like that phrase or not?
I do think. But I think the other interesting thing is who doesn't have a moat.
Yeah.
And you and I use AI a lot, I know that. So, but I really don't care whether you use Claude or ChatGPT or Gemini. And some are a little better for other things. All of them are so much better than they were 9 months ago and will be so much better. So I don't see viable moats there. So I'd be concerned, especially if I had a big IPO with one of those companies coming out.
Anthropic
and OpenAI are coming. And I don't see how you protect that.
Elon Musk's announcement that SpaceX would construct its artificial intelligence infrastructure solely around Nvidia's processors caused Nvidia's shares to soar on Wednesday. In early trade, the shares increased 4.6% to almost $221. Despite announcing quarterly results that beat Wall Street estimates, rival Advanced Micro Devices shares fell more than 5% in early trade, suggesting a rougher session. Musk stated that SpaceX had chosen to standardize its AI infrastructure around Nvidia's most recent architecture during the company's earnings call. Musk told investors, "We've decided to build exclusively on Nvidia going forward because we think the Vera Rubin architecture is the best architecture." As key AI infrastructure providers increasingly consider alternatives, such as internally designed processors and solutions from other semiconductor companies, the decision is a significant victory for Nvidia. In addition to its rocket business, SpaceX runs xAI and leases computing power from its data center infrastructure. According to Musk, SpaceX anticipates having about 2 gigawatts of processing power by the end of this year, and that number might rise to up to 10 gigawatts the following year. Additionally, he reaffirmed the company's longer-term goal of implementing NVIDIA-powered orbiting data centers, which are intended to get around the land and power limitations that terrestrial processing facilities face. Industry experts, however, are still against this notion. The decline in AMD's stock after the chipmaker's earnings announcement also helped Nvidia. Investors concentrated on AMD's prospects following a significant increase in the stock earlier this year, despite the company's performance exceeding Wall Street estimates. Nvidia's relatively low valuation was also brought to light by the divergent market response. AMD is trading at about 44 times forward profits, while Nvidia is trading at about 19.4 times, according to FactSet. Nvidia now matches the description of a growth at a reasonable price investment, according to analysts. The shares are still trading at about a 30% discount to the research firm's $280 fair value estimate. According to analysts, Nvidia continues to be the top provider of networking technology, software, and graphics processing units that support the quickly growing artificial intelligence business. The company said that rivals like AMD are growing their AI accelerator products and anticipates that cloud providers will keep investing in proprietary chips. But according to analysts, those initiatives are probably only going to weaken a small percentage of Nvidia's market share. The company said that Nvidia's competitive edge stems from its proprietary CUDA software platform and graphics processing technology, which raise switching costs for clients creating AI applications. Additionally, analysts predicted that Nvidia's total revenue would increase by roughly 80% in fiscal 2027, confirming their long-term prognosis for the company, and they anticipated that AI capital spending would continue to accelerate throughout calendar 2026. The biggest corporations in the world have already made some significant changes this earnings season. Given that the market has been irrational with several equities coming into earnings, it is not surprised that several stocks have gained or lost 10% or more. But when Nvidia releases its fiscal second quarter earnings on August 26th, I believe it will be the biggest surprise of the earnings season. Jensen Huang, the CEO of Nvidia, frequently surprises people and exceeds expectations, and I anticipate more of the same in Q2. Given that 2026 hasn't been a great year for investors, this could be the exact news Nvidia needs to boost its stock. Nvidia has a history of exceeding expectations. Nvidia advised investors to anticipate $78 billion in revenue for the first quarter, which concluded on April 26th. After that, it brought in close to $82 billion. It advised investors to anticipate $91 billion in sales for the second quarter. Wall Street analysts are aware of this game, and their average estimate is $91.9 billion, which falls within Nvidia's guidance's 2% margin of error. Even yet, I wouldn't be shocked if Nvidia reported revenue of around $95 billion, which would enable it to claim that its revenue doubled from the previous year. That would be a huge revelation and carry on Huang's tendency to over-deliver while under-promising. Because the stock is now priced at a lower level, this might spark it. The forward price-to-earnings, PE ratio, is the greatest valuation measure because Nvidia is expanding so quickly. Nvidia occasionally trades in the forward PE area of the low 20s, but never this late in the year. It usually trades for more than 35 times forward earnings by August, but not this year. I believe the market is undervaluing the fact that AI data centers will be constructed for many years to come, which will provide Nvidia's company a significant boost. I believe the stock could easily move into the neighborhood of 30 times ahead earnings if Nvidia reports a blowout quarter on August 26th. This would cause the stock to almost double. Even while I don't think it will happen right now, a big rise, earnings, and a powerful rally are all quite possible. The AI hyperscalers terminology all suggests that Nvidia will continue to develop strongly for some years to come. Investors ought to take advantage of this and buy Nvidia stock while it's still inexpensive. The Vera Rubin architecture, in our opinion, is the greatest. Musk stated, "We believe it's the best AI computer, and we greatly value our close cooperation and partnership on many levels with Nvidia. We are therefore exclusive to Nvidia." The CEO states that SpaceX plans to have over 2 gigawatts of computing capacity at the end of this year and nearly 10 gigawatts by the end of the following year. Additionally, Musk stated that as part of its StarMine satellite initiative, the business intends to launch Nvidia's Vera Rubin NVL72 rack-scale system, both on Earth and in space. Next year, SpaceX will start launching StarMine satellites, according to Musk. One possible alternative to constructing enormous data centers on Earth is the use of orbiting data centers. Space-based solutions don't require businesses to own vast tracts of land, in contrast to their Earth-based counterparts. According to SpaceX, cooling in space will also require less energy. However, setting up and connecting the servers in orbit might be more challenging than building facilities on Earth. SpaceX's AL revenues reached $2.6 billion, up 213% from the previous quarter and 247% from the same time last year. Increased Grok and X subscriptions, as well as cloud service agreements, were cited by SpaceX as the reasons for the surge. Google and Anthropic have signed multi-billion-dollar leasing agreements with SpaceX, allowing the companies to use SpaceX's data center capacity to power their AI services. Elon Musk, the CEO of Space Exploration Technologies, or SpaceX, recently made a significant announcement regarding his StarMind plan to launch a new network of orbital AI data centers, even if it was overshadowed by the company's earnings report from yesterday. In order to make that happen, he is collaborating with Nvidia. SpaceX and Nvidia are collaborating to create the compute payload for StarMind AI-1, the first in an orbiting network of satellites that will execute AI workloads in space, according to a statement posted on SpaceX's social media site X. What we know about the relationship and its implications for investors is as follows. Electricity is one of a data center's largest costs. SpaceX wants to reduce computing costs by optimizing power efficiency for its StarMind AI data centers in orbit. Theoretically, solar panels on satellites that can be oriented to face the sun are more efficient than terrestrial solar panels, since solar energy is more plentiful in space than on Earth's surface. In the meantime, huge cooling systems that keep servers from overheating while processing the massive amounts of data required by AI use 30% to 40% of a terrestrial data center's power. Theoretically, no energy would be needed to prevent an orbiting computer from overheating because space is typically extremely cold. All of this is theoretical, though. Even if space is a frigid vacuum, you can't simply submerge your entire computer there or it will freeze. Even a massive orbital solar panel can only provide a small portion of the electricity produced by a solar farm, despite the fact that sunlight is brighter in space. Additionally, there is no gravity, no air supply, and no technician to change a burned-out fuse in space. All of these things will need to be considered by StarMind. Nvidia is the best person to assist. The first StarMind satellite will use Nvidia's top-tier Vera CPUs and Rubin GPUs, along with its Vera Rubin NVL72 rack-scale architecture, according to SpaceX's statement. Musk gave an explanation of why Nvidia was the best option on the Q2 earnings call. Going forward, we've decided to build exclusively on Nvidia, because we think the Vera Rubin architecture is the best architecture. We believe it to be the best AI machine, and we cherish our strong collaboration and engagement with Nvidia on a number of levels. We are only available to Nvidia. We believe that the NVL72 VR computer's design is far superior to, example, a typical rack-style architecture. We anticipate deploying this both in orbit and on the ground since we believe it will be a drastic simplification of the standard NVL72 rack. It will be less expensive. It will work better. Why not place it on Earth if we're going to send it into space? That will be really awesome, in my opinion. As of the time of publication, SpaceX's StarMind website continued to state, "We are AI chip vendor agnostic. Our system architecture allows for the use of compute modules from any supplier," indicating that Musk's choice to use NVIDIA architecture exclusively is relatively new. Regarding the extent of its involvement, NVIDIA has not released an official statement. How long will it take for SpaceX to launch its fleet of StarMind satellites? Musk said it won't be long. With respect to the StarMind AI satellite, which will be essentially an optimized Vera Rubin NVL72 computer, this is not some sort of far-future distant thing, he remarked during SpaceX's earnings call. We anticipate launching this in the upcoming year. Elon Musk, CEO of SpaceX. The White House is the source of the image. Naturally, this schedule should be viewed as aspirational because Musk is infamous for frequently establishing lofty objectives and failing to meet them. A proposal to construct a mega constellation of up to 1 million StarMind satellites has been submitted by SpaceX to the Federal Communications Commission. Compared to SpaceX's existing Starlink satellite fleet, which has taken the corporation 7 years to deploy, it would be almost 100 times larger. To put it another way, even if it's encouraging that NVIDIA seems to be involved in the design process, it will likely take years for the project to launch and even longer for it to significantly improve SpaceX's financial performance. This is probably not something that investors should include in their short-term thesis for SpaceX's stock.